You know, I thought about doing a parody of the NPC people that you hear about on the old Tic Tac, but no, I'm not going to do that even for a funny intro. So we're just going to jump in. Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video, we're going to be talking about NPCs by Drew Hayes. And this is my second try at a Drew Hayes series. And this one I feel like worked a lot better for me, which I was hoping it would because this is a pretty interesting premise. I started with Fred, the Vampire Accountant, and I didn't, dislike the book. It just kind of felt like it wasn't really for me. It wasn't really doing anything to hold my interest, and it was fine. It was well written. I think I did audio for that, and it was entertaining enough. It just wasn't really my thing, and so I might try to continue on in that series, but I wasn't super sure. And then I know his other big series, Superpowers, is school setting, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna like that because I'm not big on school settings. So I was kind of worried. I'm like, I really want to try more Drew Hayes. I've heard so many good things. And so doing NPCs, which I actually did this for the Wizardly readathon, one of the Discord buddy read options was this, so I picked this, and I really enjoyed it. And this one is pretty unique. I don't think I've read anything quite like this, and the premise basically is when people are playing D&D, what happens once the players are gone and the NPCs are there, and all our characters are NPCs that live in this like D&D world, and they run into the issue of what are they going to do because this kind of hapless band of D&D playing adventurers ended up dying and right in their town, and they were worried that the king who had called for them to do a quest is going to take revenge and kill them all, because that's sort of thing that just happens to the game. So they have to step up and try out the life of adventuring in order to save their village. And I expected this to be more of a straight up comedy, I guess, where it was going to be a lot of jokes about NPCs and what they're doing. And you get a bit of that, especially early on, like a character who's regularly kidnapped by goblins and some things like that, and some other miscellaneous NPC type of things. But really, this is like the NPCs going on their own D&D adventure. So this probably counts as lit RPG, I'm guessing. I think I've seen some people describe it that way, so you get those elements. And with the D&D kind of feel, there are definitely some like jokes and some things and talks about rolling and the way that things works as well. And even though I'm not like a huge like big on D&D by any means, I had a lot of fun with it. And so I was expecting this to be a super light thing, and it is light and it is quick reading, but it has a lot more heart than I was expecting too. I did enjoy the characters and kind of seeing each of them going through their own character journeys and growths, because they all are not necessarily comfortable in the life they have as NPCs, whether it's as the mayor's daughter who gets kidnapped, or the bumbling guard, or the gnome who's kind of a minion, or the bartender. We have all these different characters, and they're trying to figure out how they fit in as being adventurers. And because of the fact that they're NPCs and they're not actually adventurers, some things work out a little bit differently for them. But it was just really enjoyable going through and seeing the journey, and there was more of like an actual fairly strong plot than I was expecting too. Like I said, I haven't tried a lot of Drew Hayes, but Fred was more kind of a light and not super heavy on the plot, and so I was thinking the same here. So this really was not what I expected, but it worked really, really well. And I really enjoy the concept. I do think it's unique of following the NPCs. We do have a few cut-ins from the players playing D&D as well. I once again thought there was going to be a lot more of that. And so we still have that, and it works really well in the setting, I think, but it also doesn't take away from the story of these characters and their journey, which is the main focus of the book, rather than just all the NPC jokes like I was expecting. So this definitely worked for me. I enjoyed this, and I would definitely continue and read more of this series, and so will at some point. So I'm glad that I found a Drew Hayes series that is working for me as well. And these, I think, just work really great. If you're looking for kind of a light, fun, but still good story and characters type of read, this would be a good one, I think. It was a really nice, light, quick read, quick to get through. I did the audio for this one, which was really well done also. And so, yeah, really, really good to throw in if you're looking for that kind of, I think, like a palate cleanser, or if you just like this kind of stuff too. This is definitely a fun one. So that's really it, though. I have on this one a shorter review for a shorter book. But let me know your thoughts if you've read this, or your thoughts on other Drew Hayes that I should maybe check out or not check out based on the things that I've said as well. Curious to know more and to try more of his stuff. Make sure to give the video a like if you enjoyed it. Check the link in the description, as always, for the Wizardly Enclave Discord if you want to chat books, whether this book, other books, any books, really anything at all. It's a lot of fun. We'd love to have you. And of course, if you enjoy my content, make sure to subscribe.